Would I be the a-hole if I take my two bio kids for a beach weekend when my stepkids are with their mom? I, 32 female, have two stepchildren who are 14 male and 13 female and two bio children who are 4 male and 2 male. I don't have a very good relationship with my stepkids right now, and they don't have a good relationship with their half-siblings. This makes having family time together a very rough experience. It's also impossible for us all to have a good time if I take all 4 kids anywhere alone. It's a mess. So when my sister asked me if I'd like to have a beach weekend when my husband is out of town for work next month, I said sure. Her husband owns a beach house and she was planning to go with her kids and our mutual best friend and her kids. My mother-in-law did not like the plan because my stepkids will be with their mom, and she feels something like this should wait until I have the kids despite the fact nobody would have fun doing this. My husband TJ supports me going and told his parents as much. I admit I'm conflicted. For those who need background, I met TJ 12 years ago. My stepkids were both under 3 years old. Their mother was engaged to someone at the time too. We got along fine. TJ and I got married after 2 years together, not long after things changed with the kid's mother. Her engagement broke down sometime before TJ and I married. A while after my marriage, she became very toxic and angry. She hated me most of all and accused me of trying to replace her with the kids and make her look like a bad mom. None of this is true. This started years of alienation and an unsettled parenting time split with the courts sometimes taking custody from her, giving her every other weekend or 50-50. Currently, it's 50-50. The kids are in therapy, we have all been ordered into mediation, co-parenting classes, family therapy as a group of 5, and therapy between TJ and the mom. She has been arrested 3 times, which has influenced the court's rulings on custody at times. The kids believe her that I'm trying to replace her. They believe I tried to make her look bad. They hate me. When they interact with me, they tell me I am not their mom, and they won't do chores when only I'm home, or they won't go to the store with me. My husband ended up hiring someone to help when he works. They behave way better with him except where our bio kids together are concerned. They have been punished at times for their behavior. It's not ideal. It doesn't work. They're still in therapy. I don't need them to love me. But to not get angry and lash out from my presence would be ideal. To not be cruel to their half-siblings. It's so tough finding the right balance between supporting and loving them and being here and not overstepping or inserting myself where they don't want me and making things worse. What's hardest is my husband's family believe I am better for the kids than their mom is, and they encourage me to build up a mom relationship with them, and they judge me for not trying to give the kids that. So that's where we're at. Would I be the a-hole if I go with just my kids?
Not the a-hole. But none of this story was necessary, and all you are going to do is make yourself look bad with it. The bottom line is that your stepkids are going to be with their mom. You have the right to go where you want with your own kids. Even if everyone got along wonderfully, you would still have the right to do that. I don't see any conflict here.
I know people generally ask for background or will assume I'm the other woman or something, so I provided background to explain more deeply. I don't see why that would make me look bad. The conflict really is between my mother-in-law and possibly the rest of my in-laws and me over my actions with my stepkids.
I don't think it made you look bad at all. You tried to be an involved step-parent until their mom poisoned them against you.
Not the a-hole. It's clear they don't see you as family, and that means they don't get included in your family outings. Enjoy your weekend break.
I know, which is sad because they used to.
Go to the beach with your 2 kids, enjoy it, and ignore any input from mother-in-law. Not the a-hole, but learn to be less forthcoming with private information. Why was anyone else aware of your plan to go to the beach? The only person who needed to know, apart from your sister of course, was your husband.
The stepkids live with OP half the time. It isn't unlikely that they simply overheard the invitation and went running to mom and grandma.
Not the a-hole. You've mentioned that it's challenging to manage all 4 kids alone, and that family outings are often stressful and unenjoyable for everyone involved. Taking your bio kids for a weekend trip when your stepkids are with their mom is a practical decision to ensure that your bio kids can have a pleasant experience without the tension. Your stepkids will be with their mother, meaning they won't be left out or feel neglected since they'll be spending quality time with her. It's not like you're excluding them while they're at home or available. They have their own plans.
Am I the a-hole for abandoning my family at an all-inclusive after my wedding? We had our wedding at an all-inclusive. It was beautiful, and since we were having a small wedding, it was cheaper than having a big wedding in town. We chose one with very inexpensive flights and subsidized any guest who wanted to come, but might have trouble covering the cost. We had 50 guests. The plan was for everyone to come down before the wedding, spend a few days enjoying the sun, and then celebrate with us. My mother got it into her head that this should be a family reunion. She didn't want my new husband's family there, so her plan was to contact our side of the family and tell them to shift their reservations so that they would be coming later and staying after the wedding. She also invited other people for after the wedding, as long as they were part of my wedding block that was allowed by the hotel. We actually got a little kickback from a few that overlapped my wedding day. Anyway, my mom didn't inform me, but the hotel did because some of the extras wanted the group price even though they weren't going to be there until after the wedding. I was upset, but my mom goes into hysterics if confronted. My husband and I decided to just roll with it. The wedding and reception went beautifully. The day following the wedding, I ran into some family that I had not invited, for a reason. However, we ran into them in the lobby on our way to the airport. My husband and I decided not to have our honeymoon at that resort. Instead, we flew to one on the other side of the country. Goodbye, Caribbean, hello, Pacific. My mom blew up my phone wondering where we were. I told her we went on our honeymoon in Baja, California. She lost her shit. She had told everyone that I was cool with the plan. I missed the hysterics, which I appreciated. She is still upset and said I was ungrateful and childish after all she did. I bit my tongue instead of yelling at her for inviting people I disliked to my wedding and on my honeymoon.
Not the a-hole, but I think you need to grow a spine and stop letting your mom have her way because you don't want to deal with her hysterics. Start setting your boundaries and figure out ways to deal if she gets hysterical. Walk away, just give her the stare, or tell you will not listen to her. Next time, do not bite your tongue, because if you do not nip in the bud now, just imagine what life will be like if you decide to have kids someday.
I don't know if you've had a high conflict mother, but sometimes what the OP did is all you can do. Her mother would have ruined her wedding before letting her get away with this if she had any forewarning at all.
Not the a-hole. Anyway, my mom didn't inform me. Ha ha. Well, too bad for her. She tried to hijack her own daughter's wedding for her own agenda event. How can she be mad that when you didn't know, as far as she was concerned by deliberately not telling you about her plans, that you went on a honeymoon somewhere else? Good for you. Your mom sounds like a piece of work, and I'm glad you started your married life showing her it's not flying. But you are.
Not the a-hole. Time to go low contact or no contact with your mom. Have some boundaries. Otherwise, she's stomping all over you. Wait until she invites the same people to your child's birth.
Not the a-hole. Frankly, I would cut her out of your life for like 6 months and make sure she knows why.
I would also make it very public why you left and what you did not know about, and that you would never be okay with any of it. The mom is way beyond normal reasoning, and actions are really the only way to get through to her. Talking will do nothing, it just allows her to spin a new story.
Not the a-hole. This is exactly how you handle parents like this. She tried to hijack your wedding and ended up embarrassing herself. Brilliant.
What do you think of these stories? Leave a comment and subscribe to the channel to see more interesting videos.